Then there is the fourth and the last question coming from Bordeaux, France. This is Xavier. Xavier is just a moment. Xavier is actually a mobile app developer, Scrum Master in his project, and he's asking where I should store BDD scenarios.
Very good question. Very, very good question. And this is also wider question. And in general, the question is how and where should we store documentation for the project? There is many approaches. The simple is, for example, Word file, but then we can have huge document. Many people use wikis like Confluence or wiki included in Microsoft environment, Microsoft tools for developers. But always the question is what happens with documentation which is needed. Of course, what should be included in documentation, but what happens during time, And this what we saw many times is that in most cases there is no documentation because we use agile approach, so we just start coding and delivering. And it's great.
Very agile.
It's very agile, and we can have MVP after 300, 400, 500 hours or even faster, and everyone is happy. But the question is, what will happen after 1 year of such development? I can assure you, if you are very, very agile, then you can easily find yourself in situation that you have no documentation, the code is not easy to read. And if you will try to switch one developer to another, it will be problematic. Or if you will want to switch one team to another, then in many cases they will answer you, sorry, but this code is a piece of spaghetti, and you need to rewrite it from scratch. So documentation is important, but the question is what should be included in documentation, because we shouldn't produce hundreds of pages of something what no one will read, and documentation should be synchronized with the code during the time. So it shouldn't be like that we have something in the beginning, but after 3 months of development we finished our first version of product, but it's a bit different than documentation which was prepared in the beginning. And here BDD can help, and our approach in Liwer, and I think that this is the best one, is to store BDD documentation in Git repository.
Okay. And tell about what's that? Probably business people don't understand what's Git repository.
So Git repository is a standard for storing the code. And the biggest advantage is that code can be easy. We can easily track all changes. We can have forks, branches, so it's easy to manage complicated projects this way. Especially when more than one developer is developing our solution, and we have the same approach to store documentation. So we can see what was changed when, from what to what, so it's easy to track all changes or changing requirements and so on and so on. We can easily branch our documentation and, for example, have version of documentation for version 1.x of our product, and then for version 2.x. So it gives us many more possibilities to control the whole project, and maybe in the beginning it looks quite complicated or strange, but I saw it many times, and our clients as well, that this is one of the best ways to store documentation. So thank you. What was the name of the guy? Xavier. Thank you, Xavier, for this question, because it's very good question, and this is very important topic.